Dear students, I am Santhan, working as a physics faculty in Target English Medium School. Today, in this part video, I would like to teach think and discuss question from motion chapter. Already, up to the previous videos, we discussed each and every topic from the textbook. Now today onwards, within these two videos, I will try to complete the think and discuss. After that, I will explain the question and answers. So from the motion chapter, let me come to the point directly here. So I will explain some of the important thing. Some of the think and discussion question in this part video, and remaining one I will explain in tomorrow. Video means next video. So the first one is. What is the displacement of an object? Listen very carefully. What is the displacement of an object when it is returned to the same point where it is started? Give one example from your daily life. What is the displacement of a body if it returned to the same point after starting? Give one suitable example in your daily life. For this one, I will give two examples for you to understanding. So just where I can say that A, B. A is the one place, B is the another place, or A is the one town, B is the another town or village. A person, due to his some work or any work, whatever the work, we don't name. That's why a person is his own town is what is that one? A. So due to some work, he went to the town B. After that, after completion of his work, again he come to the point A, means his own negative place. That in this one, what is the displacement travelled by the person? Displacement means we know that the shortest distance between initial and final position of a body. Here, which is the initial point A, and what is the final point A? Why? Because of initially the person is starting from where A point, and he moved towards the B and reaches to the point B. After the B, he was not take the rest for a long time here only. After taking some rest, again he comes to the which point? Point A. If he cannot return to the point A, so the distance from A to B, that is gives the displacement. But after reaches to the B, after completion of his work, again he comes to the point A. That's why the starting point is A and ending point is also A. That's why so is any distance is there between the A and A, because of displacement means the shortest distance between initial and the final. The initial is A and final is also A. That's why initial and final point both are same. Then there is no displacement. That's why displacement will be 0, or displacement will have 0 magnitude. Another example is there. Let us consider a body of mass is m. Now the body projected vertically upward with certain initial velocity. The body will be reaches to the particular maximum height, and after that again the body will be comes to the earth at the same point. Is it correct or not? It means if you can project a body vertically upward, you neglect the air resistance in the atmosphere. Initially the body will be going to vertically upward. After reaches to the maximum height, again the body will be comes to the downward in the same path. Means initially the body going to which direction, and again the body will become into the same direction and reaches to the same point. That's why what is the initial point A? What is the final point A? Because of from the point A you projected vertically upward, the body goes to certain height, means point B, again come to the point A. That's why initial and final point both are same. That's why here where is the displacement? No, 0 displacement, because of if the initial and final positions are same, there is no distance. Okay, sorry, there is no displacement, but distance is there. Distance is nothing but, you know, that the actual length of the path traveled by the body, but displacement means the shortest distance between initial and the final. That's why initial is A, final is also A. That's why there is no shortcut. That's why the displacement is zero magnitude. So the second one is, in which cases the magnitude of distance and magnitude of displacement both are equal. This concept I will explain in the part 1 video. But once again, listen very carefully. What is our question means? At what situations or cases the magnitude of distance and magnitude of displacement both are equal? Simply answer. Okay, when a body is moving in a straight line, is nothing but in a single path. When a body is moving in a straight line path, the magnitude of the distance and the magnitude of the displacement both are equal. For example, okay, so A is the starting one place, B is the another place. So the actual length of the path from A to B is 10 kilometers. But from A to B, okay, only one straight line path where I can set that. There is no other path are there. Now here we are observing that a body is starting from point A and moves towards the point B. After some time, the body will be reaches to the point B or destination. Here A is the starting, B is the ending. Between the starting and ending, so how much distance, how much length is there? 10 kilometers. Now here the body is moving along the which line? Straight line only. In this one, what is the distance traveled by the body? Distance means D is equals to 10 kilometers. Is it correct or not? Okay, so that's why what is mean by distance? The actual length of the path traveled by the body is called distance. So that's why the actual length of the path from A to B, what is that one? 10 kilometers. What about the displacement? Here we are considered body will be start from the point A and move to the point B and finally reaches to the point B. But not consider it return to back. Just after reaches to the B means from A to B only we are considered. That's why. So what is the initial point A? What is the final point B? That's why the shortest distance from initial point to final point. That's why this one. This length is called, what is it one? 10. 10 kilometer. Due east. Why due east? We know that according to the earth magnetic field, east, west, north, south. That's why the body will move from A to B in which direction? East. So that's why the distance is 10 kilometers and displacement is 10 kilometers due east. But what is our question? In which cases the magnitude of the distance and displacement are equal? The magnitude of the distance is 10. The magnitude of the displacement is also 10. In which cases it is possible? When a body is moving in a straight line path. So listen very carefully. When a body is moving in a straight line path, at that cases the magnitude of the distance and the magnitude of the displacement both are equal. Next, third one. When does the average velocity becomes zero? Listen very carefully. When does the average velocity becomes zero? So we know that average velocity is equals to total displacement or total distance traveled by a body. Total distance traveled by a body in a specified direction, simply specified direction, upon total time taken from starting to means initial to final point. Listen very carefully. What is the question? When does average velocity becomes zero? Means at what cases average velocity is zero? We know that velocity is nothing but displacement by time. Average velocity means the total distance traveled by a body in a specified or particular direction to the total time taken. That is, you know that. Okay, so that's why average velocity is equals to, okay, displacement, total displacement by total time. Simply for understanding of you. Here simply, okay, when the velocity is zero, if displacement is zero, velocity is zero. Is it correct or not? Listen very carefully. If the displacement is zero, velocity is also zero. Previous example, when a body projected vertically upward, the body reaches to the maximum height and again return to the same point. Okay, means, okay, during such condition, what is the displacement? Zero. When a body is starting from one point, it is moving to, okay, in any one particular direction. After that, again return to the same point. What is the displacement? Zero. Because of the initial and the final point both are same, then the magnitude of the displacement is zero. Now here, average velocity is equals to 0 by t. Means 0 by anything is, what is that one? 0. That's why average velocity is becomes to 0. Listen very carefully. When does average velocity becomes 0? Means when, if the displacement of a body is 0, then average velocity is also 0. One more thing. In a circular path, okay, when a body is starting from one point, again the body will becomes to the same point after completion of the one rotation. So when a body is moving in a circular path, after one completion of the rotation, the body will becomes to the which point? Same initial point. That's why the initial and final points both are same, then displacement is 0. Simply, when does average velocity becomes 0? Means if when the displacement of a body is 0, then automatically average velocity is also 0. Next one, fourth question is, what is the average speed of a body when it is covered 200 kilometers in 5 hours? Listen very carefully. The question is, what is the average speed of a car if it is covers 200 kilometers in 5 hours? Is it correct or not? So that's why, so we know that average speed is equals to, what is the distance traveled by the body totally? 200. That's why 200, okay, means total distance traveled by the body by total time is simply nothing but S by T. Means total distance by total time. What is the total distance it is traveled in the 5 hours? 200. That's why 200 kilometer upon, what is the time? 5 hours. That's why average speed is equals to 200. Okay, means here 5 4 200. That's why 4 kilometers per hour. 40. Okay, or 40 kmph. Are understanding or not? What is the average speed of a car if it is covered 200 kilometers in 5 hours? What is the meaning? So the entire journey of a car from starting to ending, what is the total distance? 200 kilometers. In how much time? 5 hours. That's why 200 kilometers, we are considering the total distance traveled by the body, entire its journey, and to cover this distance, how much time it will be taken? 5 hours. That's why 200 kilometers is the total distance, 5 hours is the total time to cover this distance. That's why 200 kilometer upon 5 hours, 5 4 20, so then automatically here 0 40. That's why 5 40 200. That's why average speed is equals to 40 kilometers per hour or 40 kilometer, kmph means kilometer per hour. This is the average speed of a car when it is moving with 200 kilometers in 5 hours. Next one. A man is used his car. Already we discussed that. Already we discussed very clearly. In any vehicle, instrument control is there. That is either digital or analog. In that one, 2 meters are there. 1 meter is speedometer, another one is the odometer. Speedometer gives the instantaneous speed of a vehicle, and the odometer gives how much distance you are travel during in its journey. That is one is there. That's why now let me come to our question. A man is using his car. The odometer will be showing some readings. 4849 means when the person will be started, before starting the car, what is the reading of the car? 4849, and after completion of his journey it is showing that 5549. Okay, so in this one, okay, so total how much time it will be taken? 70 hours. Listen very carefully. So a person, okay, the odometer will be showing a reading that is 4849 to 5549. Sorry, 7 hours, not 70 hours. Listen very carefully. So a person is used his car. In this car, okay, the odometer reading is initially means before he start the journey, he saw the which reading 4849. When he start the journey and after completion of his entire the journey, what is the reading showed by the odometer? 5549. So to travel from here to here, okay, how much time is totally taken? 7 hours. That is our topic. Okay. Now, so what is the average speed? That is, you can means what is the average speed of the car when he was travel in his entire the journey? We know that average speed is nothing but total distance traveled by the body in the total time taken. Means you want the S is nothing but distance, T is the time. Here, so this reading, two readings are, from these two readings we find which one distance and this is okay time, because of these two readings are shown by which one? Odometer. Odometer gives the information about which one? Distance traveled by the body. That's right. So it is the okay. This is your can say as S1. This is your can say as S2. S1 is the okay starting, and S2 is the final reading. That's why so S is equals to S2 minus S1. 5549 minus 4849. 9900. Here one you can bring 15, 18. 2 plus 5, 7. 700. Okay, listen okay. So that's why here. So what is the total reading? Means 700. Okay. So it is odometer is always represented which one? Kilometers, not in the meters. That's why. So the distance traveled by the person based on this odometer readings 700 kilometers. What is the time taken for him? 7 hours. Okay, 7 hours. That's why here. Then 100 kilometer per hour. That's why what is the average speed of the person in his journey? Means 100 kilometers per hour. Is it correct or not? Okay, so that is the way of that. So this is the okay simplest way to understand it. Once again, listen very carefully. A person is his car. The car odometer is showing the readings 4849 to 5549. 4849 is represented the before starting the journey. 5549 is represented the ending after ending the journey. So to travel this much of distance, okay, it takes how much time? That okay 7 hours. Then find the average speed. Average speed is equals to total distance by time. That's why it is the final distance. It is the initial. That's why you can okay S2 minus S1. From that one you can find S. What is the value? 700 kilometers. That's why 5549 minus 4849 is nothing but 700. And how much means the person will be covered 700 kilometers in how much time? 7 hours. That's why 7 1 jar 7 2 jar. That's why 700 jar 700. 700 jar 700. That's why the person is moved in his car with how much speed? 100 kilometers per hour. This is the average speed of the person in his journey. So the next one is, okay, you are observing that in the nowadays the traffic polices are find the vehicles when he overcome the speed on the highways. In what way they find to the vehicle? They find for the vehicle. That is our question. Listen very carefully. You are observing that, okay, in certain cases, mostly, okay, in Hyderabad or Bangalore, in the metropolitan cities, okay, express highways are there. On express highways, okay, on the highways, the minimum speed limit of the vehicles are, okay, they are given 100 or 120 kilometers like that one. If any vehicle is overcome that speed or crosses the speed, and for example, okay, so Rajiv Gandhi Express is there, where in Hyderabad, in Outer Ring Road. So that is the Rajiv Gandhi Express Highway. In the Rajiv Gandhi Express Highway, just for understanding of, I will tell, it is not exact value, 100 kilometers per hour. This is the speed limit. Means whatever the vehicle, okay, it is moving on that road, okay, what is the maximum speed you can go? 100 kilometers per hour. Below that one, no problem. But if a car or a bike or any truck is, okay, crosses the speed or overcome the speed, then what will be happen? Means automatically, so the fine will becomes to our, okay, mobile. How? Means in this one, how it is possible? Means okay, so on a road, if we are considering a car, so the car is moving like this one. Here, like traffic signals like that one, okay, along with the traffic signal lights, some, okay, cams are there. In the cams, what is there? Okay, speedometer gun is there. Or, okay, so if the police, okay, the traffic constables are there, with the traffic constable hand, one speedometer gun is there. Okay, in the nowadays we are observing that, okay, thermal gun means so due to the corona, okay, you are observing that when you are going to the any shopping complexes or anything, so they check with okay, thermal gun. The thermal gun will be focused on our head, forehead, so it is, okay, immediately capture our body temperature. Like the same way, so in the traffic constable's hand also one, okay, the type of gun is there, that is called speed gun. Okay, what is the use of the speed gun? Means the speed gun will be, okay, capture the what is the speed of the vehicle. That's why, if for example, if, okay, a car is fastly moving on the road, if the constable, if any traffic constables or traffic, okay, SI will be seeing that situation immediately, so he focus the speed gun towards the car and press the button. That's why the speed gun will be capture the what is the speed of, and it is showing on the display. But in what way it is showing the display? At the same time, okay, the speed gun is capture the speed of the car. It is the instantaneous speed or average speed of the car. That is our question. Okay, so a car is fastly moving on the road. A traffic constable is, okay, find to the, okay, car if it is moving very fastly or to overcome the, okay, speed limit. That traffic he will be fined in what way? Based on the average speed or based on the instantaneous speed? Means based on instantaneous speed, because of instantaneous speed means the speed of a body at instant time, because of here, okay, so if before the person, before here one constable is there, okay, if car is at 5 kilometer distance, he move with, okay, for example 120 kilometers per hour, okay, the constable will find that one? No. If the car will be moving with 20 kilometers per hour or 40 kilometers per hour, the constable will be find that one? No. When he find, when the car will be crosses in front of him, At that time, he captured the speed. Okay, that's why it is gives the instantaneous speed. That's why. So the speed gun will be captured the instantaneous speed. Means what is the speed of the car at that time. But in what way it will be captured means you know that speed is nothing but distance by time. Means the motion when the car is in the the car will be moving with certain speed means the motion is changes are that speed is nothing but the rate of change of motion. That's why so means the motion of a body changes with respect to the time, that is called speed. That's why so here so the car position is changes for every 1 second. How much distance based on that one they can find. Okay, for example, just simply so in 1 second, the car will be moved with 10 meters per second, just for understanding of you. So what is the speed of the car? How we can find? Generally the speed of the vehicles we can measure in kilometers per hour. Is it correct or not? So means for every 1 second the car will be for every 1 second the car will be covered how much distance? 10 meters. Means the position of a car is changes 10 meter distance for every 1 second. That's why what is the speed of the car here? 10 meters per second. So the speed of the car is 10 meters per second. But that is converted to the kilometers per hour. 10 into 18 by 5 kilometers per hour. 5 2 ja. That's why 8 ja 16, 1 ja 2 plus 36 kilometers per. That's why what is the speed of the car? 36 kilometers per hour. Means so in 1 hour he was traveling with how much one? 36 kilometers. But it is less than this one or not? That's why he cannot find. But when he find the speed of the vehicle is more than which one? 100. That's why one more thing we discussed here. So means the car will be covered. In 1 second, the car will be covered, for example, 50 meters per second. Are understanding? Listen very carefully. A car is moving with 50 meters per second. Just for understanding of you. Means what? Sir, 50 meters. So what is the meaning of that one? In 1 second, the car will be change its how much distance? 50 meters. Means for every 1 second, the position of a car is changes 15 meters. That's why speed is equals to 50 meters by 1 second. That is equals to 50 meters per second. That is equals to 50 into 18 by 5 kilometers per hour. 5 10 ja 10 18 ja 180 kilometer per hour. That's why the speed of the car is what is that one? 180 kilometers. That's why this 180 kilometers is more than the 100 kilometers per hour or not? That's why the car is overcome our speed limit. Then automatically so the CC cams will be captures the number plate. Then automatically they send the information to its mobile. What is the fine? Means if he crosses the speed limit, particular amount of fine is allotted by the government. That amount will be directly come to our mobile number. Is nothing but one or mobile number. And the seventh one. Seventh thing can discuss. 2 aeroplanes they are given. We are considered A and B. A aeroplane is moving with 300 kilometers per hour. Due north. Anyone can consider. This another aeroplane 300 kilometers per hour due south, like this. Understand? So 2 aeroplanes are there, A and B. A is moved with 300 kilometers per hour due north. B aeroplane is moved with 300 kilometers per hour due south. So if the 2 aeroplanes are moving with same speed or same velocity, give the proper explanation. The question is listen very carefully. 2 aeroplanes are moving with 300 two aeroplanes are there. One aeroplanes are moving with 300 kilometers per hour due north. Another one is moving with 300 kilometers per hour due south. Are the two aeroplanes have same speed or same velocity? Explain with a suitable explanation. That is our question. Now let me come to that one. So A is one aeroplane, B is one aeroplane. We know that. 300 kilometer per hour. It is represented the magnitude. It is also magnitude because of numerical value. The numerical value is represented the magnitude. That's why A aeroplane magnitude and B aeroplane magnitude both are same. But here it is the north, A is, B is the south. Here what is different? Direction is different because of north, south are represented the direction. Now let me come to the earth magnetic field direction. So means A aeroplane is moving along the north and B aeroplane is moving along the south. That's why what is the question? When they are moving like this type of mode, okay, their speed is same or velocity is same or both are same. What is that one? Simply our understanding around what is mean by speed? The distance travelled by a body in a unit time or the rate of change of motion is called speed. Speed is a scalar quantity. Means in case of speed, we consider only magnitude but not the direction. What is the velocity? The rate of change of motion in a specified direction is called velocity. Or the distance travelled by a body in a specified direction in a unit time is called velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity because we consider the both magnitude and as well as the direction. That's why here we are observing that. Okay, first of all, okay, in this one we say that speed is same. Is it correct or not? Why the speed is same? Speed is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity means we consider only magnitude but not the direction. Means A is moving the north direction, B is south. But the south, north, the directions are no need to consider in case of which one speed because of it is a scalar. In the scalar, we consider which one magnitude. That's why A magnitude is 300 kilometers, B is 300 kilometers. That's why the magnitude of the A aeroplane and B aeroplane both are same. That's why the speed is same. Means the speed of the two aeroplanes are same. What about the velocity? Velocity means it has magnitude and direction. Is it correct or not? Okay. So what is the magnitude? 300. That's why magnitude is same, but the direction is one is north, one is south. That's why not same. That's why, okay, if any one is not same, then automatically it is okay, not constant. We know that velocity is depend upon the magnitude and direction. If the direction is changes, automatically velocity is also changes. That's why here it says that speed of the two aeroplanes are same, but velocity is not same because of their directions are opposite or different. So remaining, okay, example, okay, remaining thing can discussed, we discussed in the tomorrow's video. Thank you very much.